well, close out the 5 questions.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, so the pandemic, man, it's obviously smacked everybody in the face. I'm sure it did a number on comedy, right?
Yeah.
How did you adapt? What was the shift that you made? And when did you see? Okay, and it's a 2-part question, because not only do I want to know how you shifted, right? And I see you did a lot with your podcast, stuff like that. But I also want to know, what do you see as the future? What do you see as the next step post-pandemic for comedy? What do you think is going to happen then?
I personally think platforms like YouTube are going to be the forefront of entertainment, because a year like this taught so many people how to mix audio, how to film themselves, how to create a set, and how to make their own content. And people less and less want content that was produced by a studio, produced by a couple of square suits who are like, this might work for this demographic. Yes. People want to be a fly in the wall and listen to conversations they'd never otherwise be in the room to hear. So I think it's most of the content that will be watched most. Aside, professional sports will always be the shit. You know, there's some things that won't go away. But as far as comedy goes, you'll have a few guys that make big specials, but the video podcasting game is going to be massive. And the revenue centers are going to be insane, because I've seen guys with maybe just 500 subscribers who get secure a few sponsors, and they can pay their fucking bills. So I think it's just self-produced content is the way. People are now going to be in the Adam Sandler system. You know what I'm saying? If a studio ever wants to pick me up, I'm going to be a nightmare, because I come with a director of photography. I come with a line producer. I come with a fucking guy who knows how to mix audio. I come with a gaffer. It's not – everyone's going to have a team now. Everyone's going to know how to make their own shit, and everyone's going to have that, like, Patrice effect. They're going to want to make it their way. So sure, some people might be driven by money, but I think if another YouTube comes out that's even more free,
user friendly, right?
Because YouTube is still kind of like, YouTube actually, I think, learned over the last like 8 years that children are their number one revenue center. That's why like some kid from Cambodia unboxing gifts is the richest guy in the fucking Eastern Hemisphere. Because they have geared everything to children. So even if you put out content that's maybe too vulgar or maybe has image, it's almost like they'll
demonetize you. Yeah, they demonetize you and they shadow ban you. Yeah. So then all of a sudden you can't find your stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Or if you go against against what popular culture is thinking or saying, or you don't agree with something, they block you out completely.